On target off the back wall. Dbank's there. It's going to be tough. He's going to follow
stock.
it up. Can he get the stop? Dbanq, are you kidding? Dbanq.
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 Dylan Ryan Windebank.
Even though when I was playing like in my freshman year, I still felt the same as I kind of do now, and that I'm just going to do the best I can. And at that time, I was trying to get better at Rocket League and maybe make it happen for college. There was times where I thought like, maybe I should say this in this moment and make them feel better, but I just think that's being a good teammate, and I never really aspired to be a leader. It was just kind of how it all panned out. Like hearing the crowd roar right when we were stepping out, that's like when I knew that I like made a good decision to grind Rocket League, join UNT.
My name is Dylan Dbanq Windebank, and this is UNT Dbanq.
I first joined UNT Esports 2018 in the summer. I tried out for the club team for some random tournament. One of their players couldn't make it, and I was playing with Gunner, and I was playing with Alex Storm, I think. Every year has kind of been like a different atmosphere. You know, there's only 3 players on each team, so each individual takes up a lot of space, and you know, you kind of it's a different environment, different interactions. It's been something that I've gotten a lot better at, I think, is like interacting with newer teammates, because how many new teammates I've played with. Going from the teammate of Gunner, which was on the show, go check that out. He's a guy that I could just tell anything to. I remember during the games, I was super harsh on him, and like he did not even flinch about the stuff I would say. I mean, like I wouldn't be like super mean, but I'd be like, why are you doing that? You have no boost. Like, why are you doing X when you could be doing Y? And he'd be like, oh, okay. And then so basically he would just start, he would play a very like utility role, and he was very open to like criticism.
I heard that this player named Dbanq was coming.
I've never heard of him.
Just some kid, you know, from the area. But Dylan was the one that came on to me when I wasn't calming. He would scream at me. Be like, Gunner, you need to calm. You're not calming. And then I just start screaming back my comms. I'd be like, I'm left, hit me. And then by the end of it, you know, we'd go from being mad at each other to just be laughing.
And then when I started playing with Too Fast, he's very open to criticism, but you got to have a different angle where you're going at it, because you know he's a really nice guy.
I mean, there's a lot to say. I mean, first off, I wouldn't be where I am now with Rocket League if it wasn't for him. Just because whenever I came on the team, I was just a ball chaser, an absolute monkey, and he was like, bro, you gotta like chill and play the game.
I love them both, but they're different people completely. So I think the biggest thing I learned here is how you approach different people. You don't know what people have been through, or like it's just like making sure you're attentive to who they are, and then how to talk to them to really get your point across. Before I came to UNT, I like played a little bit I was like at the rank A level, and I played in a lot of tournaments. And I also came from a background of like competitive soccer. So it was just kind of the case of like switching. You know, it's definitely like the same feeling of the adrenaline and the focus that, you know, sometimes these moments will appear really slow to you, and that just means you're in the zone. The difference between sports and esports is very little like mentally. Physically, of course, like I'm just sitting here. Well, in soccer, you're running around for like 3 miles a game, but for the most part, if you have like a sports background, it makes it a lot easier.
Why'd you choose rock climbing, Dylan? What about it stood out to you?
It was just something I wanted to try, and that's as much of an explanation I got for you.
Yeah. You guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, vibes, feelings, concerns?
Nope. Nah.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey. Nice guy.
Yeah.
No. Not props.
Feeling good. You know, it was a little tough getting up there, but I think it's just because it's the first rep. It might be a little hard, but hopefully it'll get easier, which it won't.
Because you don't want to just automatically sink your hands into all
A bunch of
that.
times,
What is that? Wait.
Go! Okay, six on.
It was exhausting.
That was exhausting.
But it looks like it's probably going to be like a 5.6 or a 5.7.
Okay.
Heck yeah, man.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
That's really good.
Let's go. My hands are dead.
You got it. I believe in you. With those feet.
I can't grab anymore.
Yeah, you can pause if you want.
Alright, I think I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty rough.
You think you're ever gonna pick up rock climbing now?
I might. I definitely need to get some more outside time. And especially if I'm going to software development, I don't want to be sitting on my computer for a hobby while I'm also working on my computer. So it's definitely in the cards.
I think the biggest challenge was adapting to all the new players that were coming in around like in the 2020 time, kind of when Northwood became a big opponent. Akron got a lot better. Basically a lot of pro players, maybe semi-pro up-and-coming players were starting to get into the collegiate scene. And it was kind of really hard to, we had to really focus more on our practice and make sure we were using our time correctly, because you know all of these players are really good. And when I first joined back in 2018, I was just playing against people that were playing in clubs. They're on full scholarship like some of these other schools. Having to adapt to that level of competition, and like I said, that's why the Winter Classic win was so big for me. It's because we knew that even though we weren't getting a full ride and we weren't, you know, surrounded by pro players, that we still won. And then, you know, like the grind pays off.
What's been your favorite memory with UNT Esports?
It's either 2019 LAN over at Arlington where we beat Arizona, and that time they had our number. Everybody was cheering for us. I think we might have beat them in Game 7, and it was just a great feeling. Probably my biggest victory.
That was Akron! Woo! Let's go! All right.
Good luck, brother. Good luck.
I wish I didn't play Fortnite.
This is about to pull up on me. Did I get a clip?
Back in 2018, I took like a 6-month break. I can't imagine maybe how good I'd be now, how different would have panned out, but that's kind of a joke, but I don't really have that many regrets. I'm basically gonna be done with playing Rocket League for the most part. I'll get on to still play casually with some friends or if anybody hits me up, but it's gonna be a lot more casual when I'm playing video games.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Down.
I think of the countless times we would get done with some CRO match and we would either win or lose and my adrenaline is just shot up through the roof. And I'm trying to do homework and I'm like, I can't do this. This is so hard. This is like impossible to even focus on what's happening. Cause like when we started from, like I was playing in the West Hall and I was like screaming right when we qualified. I remember when we reverse swept, it was Shock's team. It was a big win. We reverse swept to Game 7. And I was screaming and I remember somebody else like mocking me and in the dorm hall like screaming back at me. And I just screamed even louder. It was so funny. But going from that, like just like a classic playing in your own room, just trying to make some money and then going to being supported from the college was great. But the fact I think that we started even at that level gave me much more of a drive, like having to start from bare nothing. I'm going to be graduating with a bachelor's in computer science and trying to go in the website development field, so maybe I'll start picking up some side projects there.
What's something you would never change about your experience?
The teammates that I had. I would never change the teammates that I had.